Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Critical and welcome back to episode 4 of ComicCraft on the ComicCraft server. Last episode didn't get a whole lot done, went on a lot of base tours throughout the server, but we did get this awesome looking path in here and kind of started prepping the area for our entrance area, which I'm hoping to get done today. So I'm going to start off by clearing this whole area out and kind of terraforming the entire thing and going ahead and getting that out of the way. I want to pull this back in, start kind of looping around there. I want to get a path going in through here, and I want to kind of work on the transition from jungle to swamp a bit. But before I cut away and do that, I saw over here there was a box and it said open on camera, and there's no real name on it. Whoa! Blocks of iron. Oh, jellycats. This must be, this has got to be Brawnzy, because he's been working on the iron farm. I love the cat heads. I was talking about not having gotten any cat heads recently. This is awesome. And then a block of iron. Sweet! He must have gotten the, he must have, oh, there he is now. Oh. My. I think that confirms that it is Brawnzy. So that is our confirmation there. That was pretty great. I don't know if he's gonna log back in soon, or if the timing on that was perfect. That's awesome. Okay, well, I don't know if he's gonna log back into, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut away and start working on getting all of this stuff kind of terraformed and set up so that we can start actually building our 2 buildings and all of our shipping containers and everything else I want to do here. It's probably going to take me a couple days to get this kind of rounded out to how I want it. But I'm going to get started on that. Thank you, Brawnzy, for all of the lovely heads and the blocks of iron. I actually have a ton of heads now. If we go over here. Oops. I've got all of these now. I did find a wandering trader, and I got the slime blocks when I got the pumpkins last episode. I think I showed you guys that at the end of last episode. We've got the little tiny pumpkins down there to go with the big ones. But yeah, so that's pretty awesome. That's a good gift to have. But I'm going to get this going, and I will see you guys in a bit. All right, so it's been a little bit. I've got to show you guys what I've done down there with the terraforming and stuff, but I found this. You've committed many war crimes. For that you will be punished. The counts will now decide your fate. I think this is Brawnzy again. I don't know if this is like a Halo reference or if this is a Star Wars reference. I don't think he's seen Star Wars, so I don't think that's what it is. But, I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is a declaration of war for which he will lose said war if he were to challenge me. But, yeah, I don't know what that's all about. I'm gonna leave it there for now. It kind of looks like Halo, though. It reminds me of all the creatures from Halo. But anyways, if we look over here, a lot of work still needs to be done over here. I don't like how flat it is right now. I want to add in a lot of like extra terrain stuff, maybe some dips in as well as up. But I've extended the beach out much further than it was in the last clip, and I've added in this huge road that goes over here. This will extend back around this way and will also extend up this way as well. But for now, I just need it to fill this area so that we can get our entrance building over here and our platform, our unloading platform over this way. Most of this other area will be filled with containers and trucks and stuff. This fence will not be made out of wood. I just use those as markers. And the last little thing I did over here is I cleared out a lot of the swamp area because we're going to do, a custom swamp throughout this whole place with trees and everything. But I've been working on getting the side of this done. It's a little weird because the water flows so quickly. I think I may make a resource pack to slow the flow of water in swamps specifically. It'll still be a little fast right here, but I think just for these parts, so it's not so quick. I think this would look fine otherwise. This still needs a little bit of work. I gotta get the lily pads in. That's the only thing I'm missing, and then I can put the grass in place. I just don't want it to get in the way. So that's why there's no lily pads there at the moment. But that is what I have to work on now, is getting all those containers and stuff set up and designed or whatnot. But in the meantime, Brawnzy and I set up a slime farm a little ways off on the other side of the world, kind of way over there from where I am. Why is there a dirt block there? Enderman? Why? But let's go take a look at that while I'm working out some of this stuff and see what we set up there. Okay, so I am over here at the slime farm, as you can see. I'm way up at the kind of AFK skybox that we've got up here, but if we go down here, we can take a look at what's going on here. So this is the collection point for the slime balls, obviously. These all come up from all the way at the bottom. And actually, you can kind of see everything from up here, so I don't even think I need to go down. But basically, all the spawning pads fill all the way up from, I think, Y level 8 to Y level 40, somewhere around those numbers. And then all the slimes will go to the iron golems off to the side here, which luckily weren't too hard to make because of Brawnzy's iron farm. And then the slimes will fall off and die in the magma blocks down here, and a rail cart will pick it up and just spit it out so that it all collects up here. It's apparently pretty efficient. I actually haven't AFK'd here yet. I don't think either of us have, honestly. I think this is just from while we were building it. He may have sat here for a little bit, but I don't think for very long. Hello, sheep. I need your food. But yeah, so this is pretty fun to build. We kind of just hung out last night, got all of this pretty much knocked out. I think he finished up a couple of last things this morning, such as the sorting systems and such. But for the most part, we kind of blew through this in one night. So this is pretty fun. But this will let us get a lot of slime blocks and slime balls for the swamp when we start having all the radioactive stuff pouring out into it, for all the decoration for that. So that's going to be pretty exciting to have once we get to that point. But I just want to show you guys this real quick. Let's head back over to the base and start getting in all of those containers and everything. Okay, so we are back over here at our nuclear power plant. And I've worked out some designs. Ooh, I think we have a guest. Hello. Hi. We have a guest inside of our shipping container. I need to light these up. So I've come up with 3 designs for shipping containers. It's a little hard to do these because, as you know, if you've seen a shipping... words. If you've seen a shipping container in real life, you'll know that they have kind of like... It looks like they've got a bunch of vertical lines on them from far away, but that's just because they have like the indents that go every couple inches or so. So to kind of replicate that, I'm trying to find blocks that have like vertical patterns on them, which there's not many of those in the game. But I was able to find observers, acacia trapdoors, and barrels. And I think for now having these 3 types is pretty fine. I'd like another colorful one, but I gotta find another block that can do the same kind of thing. So we're gonna be scattering these throughout this whole area, back over here, and eventually we're gonna have a whole shipping like dock back over here, or like a whole stack of containers back this way. But that's going to be a later episode, as is the crane that's actually going to take things from our platform back to over there. So kind of my goal is to have an unloading platform here that the trucks will back up to. So we'll probably have some sort of like parking lot looking area here with the trucks backing up, and then some sort of like system to get them onto the platform, and then they'll get taken by the crane back over to this area over here. But as for today, I just want to get the platform, a few more of these containers, and then our fence and security gate in place. And that's going to do it for this episode. That's all we're going to focus on today. I think next episode, I want to start trying to get our other tower in place to kind of get an idea for the scale of this whole facility. But I'm not going to promise that because things may change. But that is kind of my hopes of what I want to do. But we're going to jump into a time lapse and get all of that going. I want to show you guys, though, that slime farm that we set up with Brawnzy. He AFK'd it last night, I believe. Half of one night of AFKing. You know who sent you this. I had an extra sign. Fair enough. But check this out. So many slime blocks already. This is going to be absolutely amazing because my plan is kind of going through... I know we're going to have our whole shipping facility over here, but somewhere we're going to have an outlet for all the radioactive stuff that we're getting from our facility, and it's going to dump out over here into the swamp. And that is going to be displayed by slime blocks, so that's going to be pretty great once we get all of that going. But I'm going to go gather some materials, figure out what I want to do for this platform. I also need to figure out what I want to do for the fence. I may have the fence actually go through the swamp partially. I may not have it curve like this. I was originally going to have it curve, but I think it might be cooler if it kind of just went straight out like this. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but let's jump into a time lapse, get some of this stuff built, and see how far we can get. All right, so that is mostly done. I want to add a lot more containers, as I mentioned, but I think I want to get the trucks in place first before I add any more around, because I realized what I think I want to do, if we go up here real quick, is I was looking at this and I was like, when the trucks come in, they're not obviously going to be pulling in right here because they're going to have to turn around. So I think we actually need to add a little bit of a road coming here where they're like pulling in and then backing up into these 4 lanes. So I think I want to have, I think I want to have kind of some roads doing that. So I want to make sure that we have enough room to do all of that before I start putting any more containers in. So I've kind of put a pause on those. But if we go over here, you'll see the last, like, probably half of that time lapse is me figuring out this. I have to replace these with sticky pistons because I forgot they don't just pull things up and down. But basically, this will now retract these cobblestone walls. As a matter of fact, you know what? While we're here, let's get... I have a ton of slime balls. Oh, I landed in my junk pile. That's always the worst. I don't know if I showed this in camera earlier, but Brawnzy brought over a ton of slime balls. So let's take these and let's go replace those sticky pistons, or those pistons with sticky pistons, so you guys can see this functioning. We'll go over there and take a look at that in a second. This is super simple. I want to get some, like a furnace head or maybe a dropper head or something here to look like a computer screen. That's something that I want to do here. But, ooh, pistons can now be broken with picks. That's amazing. But yeah, until then, that's going to look pretty plain as is. Which I don't mind. I actually kind of like that it's like such a simple thing over here. I think this is kind of cool. I don't know. I didn't want to go overboard with the entrance area. I almost did like one of the red and white like striped bars that comes across. But then I was looking at guard booths, like pictures of guard booths in real life, and a lot of them have like these things at them. So I did these instead. But now this should work. Let's see here. Yeah. And the green just looks like there's a little bit of grass or something stuck in the pistons. So this is pretty great. And you can't see any of the redstone or anything down below. There is a bit of a bump when you're walking over these, but I mean, it's not too much of an issue. Visually, I like that visually it's actually down 2 pixels, but you actually raise by like half a block when you're standing on this. It looks like I'm flying, which is weird. But anyways, so we'll usually keep those up, but this is basically just to have the trucks come in and then check in before you let them through into the facility. But that is going to do it for this episode. I was actually hoping to get this episode out a day earlier, but I had to work today and I didn't have time. Next episode, I really would like to get the other one of these in, but I think that's going to be so much resource gathering that we may push it one more episode just so that I can get the next episode out at a decent time. I don't know. We'll see how all of that goes. But that is going to do it for this episode, so I hope that you guys have all enjoyed. I had a lot of fun doing this one. I'm excited now. I'm starting to like get a feel for like what I want to do with this project, and I'm really, really excited. We do still have to add the fence in as well, but I just wasn't sure what I wanted to do with that, so we will eventually add a fence in. But yeah, so hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.